Are we ready? Could we lock the outside doors of the studio, please? Nothing coming into the studio. They've got to at least be 2 doors away from where we are now. 1, 2, 3.
What's really exciting about a lot of this is 4 discs of session highlights, where we get to hear Brian and the Beach Boys working on these songs. We get to hear how the instrumental tracks developed. We get to hear the group putting these incredible multi-layered vocal parts together. And we get to hear just a bit of everything that they were laying down during that time.
He was General Patton. He was great. He knew exactly what he wanted. And you've got to control a lot of people. You've got the wrecking crew of musicians. You have guys that are your cousin and your brothers, so it's even harder to control them.
Just really move it, man. Get right into it. Right into it.
He was so brilliant in the studio and such a taskmaster when it came to, striving to get that ultimate sound.
Well, keep in mind, we were the touring group at this point, so we were singing on the tracks. We didn't actually make the tracks. That was done by a different group of musicians called the Wrecking Crew.
The Wrecking Crew was a solid core group of session musicians.
In a sense, that was your technology. You didn't have multi-track recording or individual track recording to fall back on, so you had to have musicians that you could put in the same room, tell them what to play, put a chart in front of them, or describe what you wanted to play, and know that they would be able to play 1, 2, 3 songs in a short period of time if that's what was needed.
Brian loved the fact that he could lay something on us and we could do what he was thinking about, or maybe even add a little more to what he was thinking about. And it always worked that way.
I have it all planned before I go in, Before I go in the studio, I have all the stuff planned for the session. Charts are written out, ready to go for the musician.
Instead of being quite so exact on 33, 35, and so forth, fall out, a little more unsystematically. Can we do that like that? 1, 2, 3.
Brian knew exactly what he was doing. Mayhem's a perfect word, but it's arranged mayhem. It's not just crazy off the wall. There were things that he heard. Maybe I didn't hear him or anybody in the band heard him, but there were things that Brian heard and he wanted them done that way. And somehow they worked.
He was hearing something most mortals don't, I guess, and would have us do it again and again and again and again, to the point which I came up with this term dog ears, because dogs hear frequencies that are different or higher or more subtle than humans, apparently, is what they say.
That's where the word genius started coming into play. Brian Wilson, his main thing was if it felt good, we've got a good record.
I don't hear those last notes. Let's go. 1, 2.